Look here, 102.5 FM. Good morning to you on your Tuesday. It's April 16th, 2024. This is Community Conversations. Gator Wonder is in the studio with you today, and I am joined by Evangelist Elugbe, who is the Executive Director and founder of Future for Felons, which is a nonprofit that helps individuals who have had felony charges in the past, help them to reintegrate into society, and also to eliminate some of the stigmas that come with the person who is a felon. They have an event that is coming up this Friday, April 19th. It's Social Justice and Equality Day, and they're going to have a lot of things in store for you. It's going to be from 11 o'clock a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. on the campus of Arkansas State University. I believe it's in Centennial Hall. This flyer is a little small on my screen. Tony Thomas will be the MC, the COO of the city of Jonesboro. We'll also have Jonesboro Police Chief Rick Elliott, which I will actually be introducing him, and Shamal Carter, president of the Craighead County chapter of the NAACP. There's going to be live entertainment and also free Jets bus rides all day long. So definitely something for the community. So Evangelist, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right, so let's kind of talk a little bit about the background of this event. What inspired you to put this together? Because this is actually, I believe, the second year that you're doing this.
Yes, and so, the background of the event is we live in a society that is very materialistic. And, materialism is the order of the day. And it's to the point where people find their self-worth and their value in what they have. And we should never do that, because our value is in who we are, and our value is from our source, and our source is God. And so if someone doesn't have the latest gadgets, and they might begin to feel unworthy, and and things like that, and begin to feel less value than someone who has more, And so, but how? That's not true. That's not true, because before God, we are equal. We stand on equal ground, as and so. This day is to remind us of that thing, of that fact, of that truth that, we are all equal. It doesn't matter whether you are a doctor living in a mansion or you don't know where you're going to lay your head tonight. We have a common source, and that is God. And so this equality and this justice thing hinges on that, And so the spirit of it is just a day to remind us that, hey, no matter what layers society put on us, no matter what, your background, no matter, beneath all of that, beneath all of those layers, we are human beings, And so that's the spirit of the event, so to speak.
Okay, so now what can people expect at the event? You've got the speakers, you got the entertainment, but when they actually attend the event, what is it that you hope people will get out of it? What can they expect?
Well, so first of all, by we're using city officials, so that already points to the fact that the city of Jonesboro cares about social justice and equality in the community. And so by design, I've picked Chief and and Tony and Shamal, because they are pillars in the community, and they represent this social justice thing and this equality thing. And so we can, when people come there, you're going to hear them speak, and you're going to, hear them talk about things that maybe we've not, or bring out other sides that we've not really considered, and both of them are really good speakers. They spoke last year, and I remember Chief, saying that the pastors needed to, work more with law enforcement, out there in the community, and he was kind of calling out to the pastors that, hey, where are you on with this? We need your help in doing this thing. And so you can expect to really understand why equality is so important, why social justice is so important in our daily lives. It's not something to just take lightly and to just look over and just sweep under the rug. That it's not important. It's actually quite important.
And I'm sure that you can definitely speak to that, being a minister
Yes.
yourself. And even when we've had Chief Elliott on the Wednesday morning Bible study, he will tell you that we need to, as a society, return to God.
Right.
And a lot of the criminal activity will take care of itself. So I think that is definitely very important. Now, let's talk about the Jets free rides, and what does that mean?
So, again, I'm glad you asked. Again, we can take for granted, if people who have vehicles and, have nice vehicles, you can just take for granted people who are struggling to pay the bus fare. Like, we can become very numb and desensitized to, hey, there are people who actually, and some people say, oh, the bus fare, how much is it? It's just $1 or whatever it is, and they just, push it off as something that's, trivial. But for some people, that $1 is a stretch, and they struggle to find that $1. And so, this is being mindful of that fact that, hey, there are people who, may not be where you are, and I take me, for example. I used to ride the bus, and so I know how it is, I know exactly how it is. And so I've not always had a vehicle. So always being mindful of, hey, there's that person who may not, be that financially stable yet. And so a day of, hey, you know what, you don't even have to worry about paying today. It's a free Jets, but that takes the burden off the people, and so, what I'm hoping, what I see with this is that, maybe people, business owners, or professors, pastors, whoever, would commit to actually riding the bus that day, because the Jets bus system is really simple. I mean, and you can park your car at the Jets bus station, get on any of the routes, and it'll take you and bring you right back to the transit station, the bus station, and you just get out, get down, and get into your vehicle. But what will happen is, when you ride the bus, whichever route you choose, you're gonna meet with everyday people who ride the bus, and the hope is, hopefully, you spark a conversation with them, because the people are always talking on the bus about, where they're going and what they're going through, and so it's a way to bring people together who, imagine if a doctor, decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna ride this bus one time, and then so now you have a doctor on the bus with somebody who you may not ever cross paths with outside of this. You may never cross paths with this person, but because you've chosen to, in the spirit of it, get on the bus and ride, then all of a sudden now you meet with people that, hey, everyday people, and that's the spirit of it, and just saying, hey, listen, we are all human beings. Interestingly, when Jesus was teaching his disciples to pray, he said our. Okay, our. Okay, so not my, but our. So we are all brethren here. We come from the same source, and so it's definitely important. And I'm hoping, as we were talking off the air, that as we go on with it, those things will happen. Those things will happen.
Definitely, and I think you have to start somewhere with having those conversations. And I think, like you said, it is a great opportunity to get people together who may not normally interact with each other with those free Jets bus rides. We're speaking with Evangelist Elugbe, talking about the Social Justice and Equality Day that is this Friday on the campus of Arkansas State University, 11 o'clock a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. Now, I'm looking at the flyer, and I'm seeing that Mayor Copenhaver will do a proclamation.
Yes, as far as I know, spoke with Tony some days ago, Tony Thomas, and he let me know that the mayor would be there to do the proclamation reading. And so, yes, we hope to see him there. I also understand he would just be coming in from Washington, D.C. or something. And but Tony said he should still be there because he has talked to him about it and previously, and so we are expecting to see him there.
Okay, and also we're going to have some entertainment at the event. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, saxophonist Aisha Dubois. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but she was there last year. She's very talented. She did a really good job, and that's why I invited her again. In fact, she did so good that Emma Agnew said, I think I need to have you come do another event. I don't know if that ever happened, but it definitely impressed Miss Emma Agnew, and so she's going to be back again, doing a couple of songs there, and so it should be exciting. One thing I would like to do, because we are a registered student organization on the campus as well, and there was a Dr. Joseph Rukers who really he was a professor in the Department of Criminology. I was working with him. We were trying to make ASU a felon-friendly campus. Maybe helping maybe certain people, or if you've had a felony but you would like to attend college, maybe kind of smoothing that path out, as far as ASU is concerned, at least. And so registering Future for Felons on the campus was, a step in that direction, kind of creating the awareness, because a lot of people, unless it's close to home, felonies and dealing with convicted felons is something that people just want to shun or not deal with. Just want to push away. But when it's close to home, that's when you begin to understand and really want to look into it and things like that. I've had a lot of people who, at first when we talked to them, they were just standoffish, but then their child got caught up in it, and then all of a sudden now they want to listen to what we have to say because it's close to home.
Hey, sometimes that's just how it is, but. Right. Also, so is there going to be dialogue with the audience? Will the audience have a chance to ask Tony, yes, Chief, or Shamal questions?
So there's going to be a Q&A session after both speakers have spoken. Then there will be a Q&A session. There's supposed to be some, because I was in touch with some criminology professors on the ASU campus, and they are sending their students, some of them, to participate in the event as extra credit for them. So yes, there will be a Q&A session for Chief and Tony, and possibly even the mayor. And so that should be exciting. That should be exciting.
Well, definitely, especially to get that feedback to see what the community is concerned about. What are the things that they want to do? All right, so we got about a couple minutes left. What are some of the other things that we can look forward to from Future for Felons?
Well, so I'm talking with Tony, and on a work release program here, locally, Jonesboro community, and so kind of putting that together, I think it'll be a way to definitely saves the taxpayers, money, while also getting the inmates some training, some skill learning and things like that. So that's what we're looking to do. Right now, kind of working on that.
Okay, and definitely keep us updated as you make those things happen, so that we can get the word out there. All right, in our final minute or so, just kind of once again hype up the event for this Friday. Let them know who, what, when, why, and where.
So it's the Social Justice and Equality Day. It's the second event, second year we're having it. It's an annual event. We had it last year. We're having it this year. Hopefully we'll be having it next year. But it's on the campus of Arkansas State University in the Union Auditorium. It's actually in the Union Auditorium. Okay. And, it's from 11 to 1. It'll have Rick Elliott, Jonesboro Chief of Police. It'll have Shamal Carter, President of the Craighead NAACP chapter, and Tony Thomas is my MC. There is the Jonesboro Chief Financial Officer, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so definitely, of course, we'll have other people. We'll have Pastor Gregory, yourself. You'll be there, Deacon, and, I think it's just going to be a good time to come together and talk about and kind of celebrate something that's important, that's in our very moral fabric, and so I hope people come out and attend the event.
All right. There you have. Let's speak with Evangelist Elugbe talking about the Social Justice and Equality Day. It's going down this Friday, 11 to 1 at the Wing Center Student Auditorium. Of course, KLK will be there. If you can't get there in person, but try to get there in person. You can, because they're going to have some free food as well. So don't miss it. Make sure you have your face up in the place. That's going to do it for this edition of Community Conversations. You guys have a great and blessed day. This is KLK, 102.5 FM.
Oh. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome.